My name is Danielle, and I am married to Joshua, and we have 3 beautiful children. Our oldest is Caleb, he is 9. Then we have Avia, who is 7, and then we have Arya, who is 2. I'll never forget the moment they put her in my arms. She looked at me, and I looked at her, and I was just instantly filled with so much love and such a desire to protect her from anything she may endure or face in this world. If I'm being honest, that desire had been growing for a number of months, ever since I ever found out that she would be born with Down syndrome. When she arrived, she was quickly whisked away because we would come to find out that she would have a variety of holes in her heart. And in the coming weeks and months and years, we would face many days in the hospital, many procedures, many therapies, many trials. And in God's goodness and love and grace to me, He taught me a very, very valuable lesson very early on in my walk and my journey with Avia. And that is that as a human mom, I have limits. I found out very quickly that I was at the end of myself, the end of my strength, the end of my ability, the end of my wisdom, the end of my knowledge about how to navigate this journey. But the beautiful part about that is that when God allowed me to learn that, He also then showed me that I could lean in and rely on and trust in His endless strength, His endless wisdom, His endless sovereignty over all of these situations. And as a mom, the sooner we can realize that we were never meant to do this in our own strength, the better off we will be. And the Lord has just been so faithful to supply what we've needed in every step along this journey with Avia. And He has shown me over and over again that His love for her is so much more vast than my own love could ever even try to be. And she's His, and that's what her name means. God is my Father.
My name is Daphne Merced. I'm married to Gerardo Merced, and we have a 1-year-old named Tobias. Growing up, I was always given opportunities to have a relationship with God. I've always felt like there wasn't really a God, I guess. I had so much doubt. Having Tobias, all that doubt just went out the window the moment that they laid him on my chest, and it was just the most beautiful moment of my life. I knew it was God. From that moment forward, I decided to start praying. I would pray over my son every single night. When Toby was about 10 months old, I knew that I wanted to continue to grow in my faith. I knew I wanted to surrender myself to God. Before Christmas, Pastor Brian had asked during a service on December 15th if anyone would like to surrender their life to Jesus Christ. So I decided I was going to raise my hand. It was time, and I knew that I wanted to set a good example for my son going forward, so that was when I had made the decision. And when I finally did it, I heard Pastor Brian getting emotional, and I just knew it was the right decision. Once I did tell my family, everybody was so excited, and it was just the best feeling ever. Like, I just felt so happy and so overjoyed.
My name is Elida, and I'm the mother-in-law of Daphne. My prayer journey for her salvation started in 2021. Every time Pastor Brian, every Sunday that he would do the calling, if anyone wanted to give their life to Christ, it was me praying for Daphne, and sometimes I peek to see if she was. So at home, the day she said, "Hey, do you know who was Pastor Brian talking about when he was crying?" She said, "That was me." And then I started crying. It was a joy in my heart, and I never stopped praying for her. When I pray, I always pray that, Lord, please let Daphne see you in me. Just show her how much you love her. And as she was having Toby, I was praying. Well, God answered my prayer. So never stop praying for those who are around you and don't know Jesus, because miracles do happen.
Since surrendering my life, I just feel at peace. I see that he's always followed me. He's always been seeking me. It's incredible to me how much I didn't notice until now that he's always been wanting me to have a relationship with him. With my faith in motherhood, I just pray that he grow into a godly man and that he just grow up with knowing Jesus.
I'm Brittany. I'm married to Theo, and my beautiful boys are Archer and Strider. All my life, I've wanted to be a mom. When Theo and I got married, we came up with this masterful 5-year plan where we were gonna wait to have kids and do all of these things. Well, we changed our mind about 2.5 years in, and Archer was born on June 26th of 2021. I remember hearing that cry for the first time, and then seeing that beautiful little squishy face. I fell in love, and I felt complete. I knew my purpose was to be a mom. The doctors told us that he was healthy and that all of his tests had come back normal. But over the course of 8 months, Archer would slowly get more and more sick. I remember Theo coming into our room in March of 2022, and he looked pale. He told me that Archer was extremely sick and we needed to go to the ER. Little did we know we wouldn't leave the hospital that day. A doctor came in and told us that his liver looked odd on an ultrasound, and they didn't know why. We'd be checked in to the hospital for about 6 weeks, living with doctors trying to understand what was wrong with him. I remember one day looking at Archer and saying, I finally understand why Jesus did what he did, why he would die for us. Because in that moment, I would have given anything to take Archer's place. One day, a genetic doctor came into our room and told us that they believed he had a very rare genetic disorder. It was fatal. There was no cure. That day, Theo and I decided that we were taking Archer home. Over the course of the next week, we'd be surrounded by family and friends, people who wanted to come and just pray for his healing. Little did we know we wouldn't be blessed with a lot of time. Archer passed away in my arms, surrounded by family, listening to worship music at 2:12 a.m. on April 14th of 2022. After Archer passed away, Theo and I had long, extensive conversations about how we wanted to wait to have kids with everything we had just gone through. But on my first Mother's Day, we were gifted with a trip to Disneyland. And I remember so vividly standing in line watching these 2 little kids love on each other and just smile with pure joy. And that was the moment I looked at Theo and said, I don't want to wait to have more kids. Well, in March of 2024 came our rainbow baby Strider, and he is happy, healthy, and so full of joy, and I feel so refilled with joy. Now, we have our moments where not everything goes perfectly, he still gets sick, and I have to tell God every day that I trust him with my kids' lives, no matter how long it may be. And you know what? God responds with a peace that is so indescribable that gets me through the day. My story of motherhood looks extremely different. but my cup is full. While I don't parent Archer daily, I was blessed to have been his mom.